A big question to newcomers in this hobby is quarantine tanks, hospital tanks, whatever you want to call it. Do I need one? What are they used for? Well, I'm making this video today, guys, to hopefully give you some insight on what some of us fish keepers that have been in the hobby a little while use quarantine / hospital tanks for. And then show you how to make a DIY one so you're not going out to the fish store and buying a whole new setup and spending a whole bunch more money, because it doesn't need to be that way. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. All right, guys, quarantine tanks, we use them for various different reasons. Now here's just going to give my 3 reasons. Now anybody watching this, if you have another reason you use quarantine tanks, feel free to put it down in the comments below. But I use them, 1, for new fish. I have a quarantine system for when I get new fish. The fish go into that system, they go through a medication process, and that just ensures that the fish I just bought are disease-free and they're healthy before they make it into any of my main aquariums or into a grow out system that other fish have inhabited for a while. Number 2 is a sick fish. A sick fish, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. You get a sick fish, you pull it out, you put it in a quarantine system, you medicate. It's just them by themselves. It's a stress-free environment. They can get on the road to recovery and get back into good shape and get back into your display tanks. And then number 3 is a hurt fish or an injured fish. Dealing with African cichlids, I deal with injured fish a lot, and it comes out of nowhere. Usually tends to happen at night when the lights are off and I wake up in the morning and I got a beat up fish that's all stressed out, and a lot of the times it's like, now they know, they'll just like let me scoop them out and put them in a quarantine system and let them get better from there. So that's what I use them for. I feel like they're very crucial. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, in my opinion. And if you're going to stay in the hobby for a little bit, I guarantee you having one of these systems on standby is going to benefit you at some point. So here's a quick example of one that you can build. This was actually one of the first ones I ever made that worked amazingly for me. And it's so simple, you can't really get more simple. And there's so many variations, guys. This is just one way. So this is a 3 or 4 gallon tote here. Clear. I like the clear so you can actually see the fish. There's a sponge filter in the bottom, suction cupped to the back wall. And obviously we have our air line. You're going to need an air pump to run it, which as you know, you can pick these up very cheap. I'm going to put links to everything, the cheapest that I can find it, down in the description below, so you guys can build your own system if you don't have one. And then just a heater, a small heater, and you're good to go. It's that simple, and that's a fully functional quarantine system. Now keep in mind and make your own judgment call. If you keep bigger fish, you're going to want to think about containers, obviously, that are bigger. This 3 or 4 gallon container, I'm not going to put this 8-9 inch VC10 or the 10-inch Venusis that's swimming around here inside this little thing, because he's just not, he's used to being wild and free. So plan ahead. If you have big fish, definitely get a bigger container to put them in. But even still, I mean, these containers are dirt cheap. The sponge filters are dirt cheap. The air pumps are fairly cheap. And it's a great system to have.